Kenya goes to the polls on August the 8th amid fears of election violence if the general election results are disputed. This year's elections will have at least 51% of voters below the age of 35. Politicians have employed all tricks in the book to count these numbers. President Uhuru Kenyatta has promised to create 6.5 million jobs, while the opposition is promising to create at least one industrial park in each of the country's 47 counties to create more jobs in the informal sector. Kimani takes a look at some of the key issues in this year's elections.
In Nairobi's Kamukunji area, metalwork artisans are hard at work, beating metal into shape and hoping to get the best bargain for the finished product.
Times back we used to have businesses, but currently we don't have anything. We come here like in the morning, we take the whole day, we make so less sales. I may say in summary it's tough.
Away from here, politicians are out on the campaign trail, selling their political agenda, hoping to win the hearts of the electorate. Opinion polls indicate that although there are 8 presidential candidates, the real race is between incumbent President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. They are facing each other for a second time. The first time was in 2013. This time, the stakes are higher.
Whenever you have an incumbent, they have to intensify their efforts to remain. You don't want to be the incumbent that only did 5 years and then left.
Kenyatta has been in power for 4 years now. He came to power on a campaign pledge to fight corruption, improve healthcare and educational standards, as well as create more jobs. Opinion on his performance here in Kamukunji is divided, depending on who you ask. The last 4 years have been very good. Kenyatta has built roads, the standard gauge railway is complete, and he has fought terrorism. He has electrified the country, so we will soon be an industrialized nation.
We must get food first as a first priority, better housing and health. Then we go to the next level, which is roads and infrastructure. But when the government keeps on talking about big roads and rails and stuff, when our children go home hungry, I don't think that's the right thing, so I'll be voting against that.
As another election beckons, both sides of the political divide have fresh election promises. While Kenyatta is asking for another 5 years to complete his development projects, Odinga, the flag bearer for the opposition coalition, the National Super Alliance, NASA, says Kenyatta's time is up, arguing that the incumbent has not kept his campaign pledges.
The rallying call has been around the high cost of living and the state of our economy as a country. We've seen people being rallied, of course, around the ethnic blocks, which never changes. So we're doing our numbers. Even when you see the different groups doing their numbers around their supporters, it is along ethnic lines. The issue of ethnicity has divided the country right down the middle. The numbers from opinion polls tell it all. Kenyatta is ahead with 47% of the vote and Odinga at 42%. At least 3% of the registered voters do not plan to vote, while another 8% are undecided. Here lies the issue of the young voters. At least 51% of the electorate this year are young Kenyans below the age of 35. Kenya, like many African countries, is plagued by unemployment. And so unemployment and the creation of jobs will be one of the main factors that will determine who carries the day come the 8th of August. With both sides not having satisfied the youthful voter, many young people are now seeking elective posts in the counties. Under Kenya's 2010 constitution, power has been devolved to the 47 counties. The idea is to share out development funds. Counties get at least 20% of the national revenue. Power will not all be concentrated in Nairobi.
So as Kenya goes to the polls, all eyes here in Kamukunji and indeed the rest of the country will not just be on the man who takes the presidency, but also county positions to deliver on their campaign pledges in a bid to better the lives of the voters. Kimani, SABC News, Nairobi, Kenya.